Hey guys, it's Bella and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome to my channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Alright guys, so I've not been on for a very long time. I think my last video was like a month ago, and they were just some reels, not reels, some shorts. A lot has been going on, and I finally have coped with it enough that I can talk about it and hopefully bring some awareness to these kind of situations. Yeah, I have a feeling some of you may know where I'm going with this. And anyway, guys, college is freaking amazing. I figured I need to give you guys a college update. Yeah, I love it. I have the most amazing friends. I'm one of those people who always has a really, really close set group of friends. So I have my close friends, but then I can go on campus and I know everyone, which I love. I am the student manager of the wrestling team, so I've been working with that a lot lately because the wrestling season has just started up and everything. So that's really exciting. I love my roommate. Her and I are very, very close. And our friends, all of our friends are friends, so it works out really, really well together. So yeah, the whole college life, adjusting to college, that's been great. I've been doing really well with that, and I've been like, yeah. But one of the reasons I haven't been posting as much, essentially what I was trying to cope with, sadly, I had a friend commit suicide. The thing is, I hadn't talked to this friend of mine in a very long time, almost 2 years in fact, after something happened, not with me, but with some other people, and he ended up leaving my school, and I haven't talked to him, I haven't seen him, but he's been on my channel before. Like, that's how I used to be really, really close to him. My sister was really close to him. Like, our friend group was very close to him, and he was someone I just talked to on a daily basis, like help. Like, I hadn't in a while, but that doesn't mean it didn't still hit me. I mean, the worst part was the day after this all happened, and I'm trying to cope with it. Memories come up on my Snapchat of him, and I saw him, and it's hard because it's like I want to cry. I know I should be crying because this is a tragedy, and I knew that he had so much life to live, and the fact that he's not here anymore and he can't live it makes it even worse for me. But for some reason I can't cry about it, and I don't know why. And I think I've been struggling with that as much too, because I'm used to being able to cry and show my emotion, and I feel weird that I can't, especially because of how close him and I were. And that sucks, but there's nothing I can really do but just mourn him and try to bring awareness to the whole situation, because it's not an easy situation. It's not a fun situation. Obviously, it's not fun. It's devastating. Especially when you know there's nothing you could have done. This kid, I've known him since he was in kindergarten. That's how far back we went. And he had been over to my house. I've been to his house. I was friends with his family. I was friends with his little sister. All this stuff, and we did lose contact, and he did end up committing, but that doesn't make it any easier. The fact that we lost contact, it really doesn't. It doesn't matter at least in my heart, it doesn't matter what you did to me. It doesn't matter how long it's been since we talked. I'm still gonna care about you. If something happens to you, I'm gonna care, and it's gonna hurt me. And it sucks because I knew him, and I knew he was having problems back when him and I were really, really close, and I helped him. I would help him with it. I would talk to him, kind of be his therapist a little bit, and I always knew he had something amazing in him. He could have changed the world. He was an amazing musician, and I know he could have done so much with it. But unfortunately, we are where we are now. And I hope a legacy lives on for him. Because he was this amazing kid with a spunky attitude, and he had a really pretty smile. I don't know, every time I saw him, he made me smile, and he gave me a hug, and he made me feel good. And I hope that's what I did for him too. But it's hard to cope with the fact that he's gone and he's not here anymore. Especially the fact that we'd lost touch and there was nothing I could do. I think that's what hurts the most. But the reason I'm talking about this on my channel and putting it in the public eye is because the circumstances of suicide and mental health need to be put out there. So, yes, he was struggling. He's been struggling with depression and anxiety for a very, very, very long time. And in all honesty, people were always saying, oh, like, I knew he was eventually going to do it. I knew he was eventually going to do it. I kept saying he's never going to do it. He can't. He won't. He doesn't. He knows he has life to live. And in the end, the way he committed, he didn't technically take his own life. I'm not going to get into how he did it or how it happened. But in a sense, he didn't physically take his own life. But he's still not here anymore. And it was by his intention that he's not here anymore. But yeah, so he did get, a couple years ago, he was taken to a mental institution to help him with depression, anxiety. And one of my friends who had seen him, because she transferred schools and was at the school he went to, was starting talking to him, like, again, and patching up bonds. And she's the one who actually told me, but she called me one day and she's like, oh, I saw him today. Like, he was doing so well. He was smiling again. His smile was back. And I was like, good. I want him to be happy. That's all I ever wanted. I just wanted him to be happy. She said he was doing so much better. 2 days later, I'm in a study session and she calls me and she goes, he's dead. He's gone. And I don't remember my reaction. I could probably ask one of my friends who was in that study session with me, but I literally look at the phone and I think I left the room for a little bit and walked outside and just kind of looked at a wall. And then I called my mom and I told her. And I said, he's gone. Like, that. And then I had to call my best friend because she was also close with him and helped him back when he was at the same school we were before we all lost touch. And I had to call her and I had to go, hey, he's gone. Like, yeah. And then my sister called me because someone had told her, and she's bawling on the phone. And I go, you can't do this right now. I can't cry. I have to study. I have my exam. I can't. And I'm one of those people who needs to process that. I was like, it's okay. he's hopefully in a better place right now. Hopefully this helped him, but it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be hard, and we're all gonna have to stick together. And it's even harder because I feel kind of secluded because I'm on my college campus. I couldn't go back to his calling hours. I couldn't do this or that, and we can't all be there for each other. We just kind of leave the phone. That's it. So after I got off the phone with them, I go back into my study group, and I have a friend look at me and goes, "What's up?" And I go, "I just found out my friend died. Like, my friend committed. He took his own life. I found out he's no longer here." And they all kind of look at me and go, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." I think in my head, I'm like, no, I'm not okay, but at this moment, I need to be okay. And so I was. And I think what hurts the most is the fact that I've thought about it, and I've had, for some reason, suicide comes up a lot. We talk about it in classes, we read articles on it. I talk about it in my special education classes. People continuously make jokes about all this kind of stuff. And because of losing my friend, I've been hearing it more. It's been hitting me more that it's so mainstream. And I don't like it. Like, it doesn't, I never realized it before that it was the way it was. But I still haven't been able to cry about it. I was in class the other day, and we started talking about suicide and different kinds of things like that, and I couldn't take it anymore, so I left my class. I went into the bathroom and I just kind of cried inside, but no tears came out. I don't like the fact that no tears came out. I'm not used to that. I don't know why it's happening, but I want to provide hope for the situation. I mean, this is a tragedy. There's nothing good about this. But I hope by talking about how it impacted everyone around him when he did this, it helps someone else to know they're not alone in this. Like, if you lost a friend, you lost someone important to you, you lost someone and you're hurting, but you don't know how to let out your emotion. You can't cry, you can't show it. It's okay. I think it's a normal response to a shock, tragedy this big. Like, you can't ever expect that to be something you're gonna have to deal with in your life. So it's okay, and lean on your people. Don't take it alone. You can't take it alone. I don't think I've been alone, truly alone by myself at all since it happened. I have someone there. If I need them, I can call them, and I need to lean on them to help myself cope with what happened, but also to make sure they're okay. And it's okay to not be okay. That's what I had to remind myself, that it's okay not to be okay. And that's what I want everyone to remember, that you're not going to get over it right away. You're not going to be able to cope with it. You're not going to be able to let it hit you, settle in right away. It's going to take that time to set into your brain that that person's gone and that that person took their own life. But there's nothing you can do. That's the hardest thing to remember. There's nothing you can do. But if you are struggling with losing someone, or struggling with not being able to show your emotions, you're not alone. There's a lot of people in this world who are struggling right now. And best thing to do, don't keep it in. You cannot keep it to yourself. Either go talk to a counselor or a therapist, talk to someone else who knew the person, talk to your friends, but lean on someone. Do not take everyone's pain and put it on yourself. And keep your pain to yourself. Because when you do that, you're just creating a bad mental image and a bad environment for yourself as well. And if you have someone you know who is suicidal or is self-harming or is conflicted in life, help them. Get them the help they need. Don't let them do it on their own. Don't let them believe they're alone. You need to let them know they're not alone. And if it helps, show them this video. Because people who do this, people who commit, people who think about it, people who are struggling with the ideologies of it all, a lot of times they feel they're alone. They think no one will care if I die. No one will care if I leave this place. No one will care if I run away. No one will care. Someone cares. You leaving will hurt someone. I'm not saying this as a guilt trip or anything. I'm saying it because it's the truth. Someone will care. Someone does care. There's someone out there who cares for you more than you even know. So let them. If you don't feel like anyone cares, I promise you someone does. And someone else is going through the same thing. There's a quote I always look to when I'm having a rough time. And the quote is from a TV show called One Tree Hill. It's from one of my favorite TV shows in the world. And it's said from the perspective of the character whose name is Peyton Sawyer, who thought no one cared. She said, "At this moment, there are 6,470,818,671 people in the world. Some are running scared, some are coming home, some tell lies to make it through the day, others are just not facing the truth. Some are evil men at war with good, and some are struggling with evil. 6 billion people, 6 billion souls in the world, and sometimes all you need is one." So just remember, there is a one out there, someone who cares about you, someone who understands what you're going through. You just have to ask. You all have something amazing to offer the world. Never give up hope. You have someone out there for you, someone who loves you, someone who cares about you. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for them. Live the life you're meant to live. Because you're going to do something amazing and you're going to be something beautiful. Don't ever give up. Alright. I love all of you. And if you guys need someone to talk to and you feel like you have no one in your own life right now, my Instagram is always linked in the description, and you feel more than welcome to DM me. I will respond. We're in this together. Don't ever feel like you're alone, because you're not. Alright, make sure you guys hit a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, be true to you. Bye.